Suppose rolling a die, if I get even number, I cannot get odd number. Getting even number, getting odd number are mutually exclusive. So there are more than one possible outcome. For example, tossing a coin. When you toss a coin, there are two possible outcomes, either head or tail. Then event. Any subset of sample space is called as event. Any subset of sample space is event. Event E, getting number less than 7. Number less than 7 means 1 to 6. That itself is samples. Probability means favorable by total. Probability means probability of an event is numerical measurement of chance of occurrence. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of probability. One of the important chapter. Let us start with the chapter that is probability. So now, see, first we'll see what is a random experiment, what is a trial, all these things. The basics. Trial means what? Performing an experiment is called as trial. Say tossing a coin. One time tossing a coin is one trial. So now random experiment. All experiments are not random. What is a random experiment? Always a random experiment should have more than one possibilities. So it should have more than one possible outcome. For example, tossing a coin. When you toss a coin, there are two possible outcomes, either head or tail. Or rolling a die. When you roll a die, there are 6 outcomes. You may get 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6. 6 different outputs are possible. So any experiment, if you want to call it as random experiment, it should contain more than one outcome. Minimum 2 outcomes are required. So more than one outcome. And second one, we should not be able to predict the outcome until it occurs. You cannot predict in advance. Meaning is simple. I'll toss a coin. It's a random experiment. Why? Because there are 2 outcomes, head, tail. Head you may get or tail you may get. But I cannot predict whether I'll get head or tail. You may get head or you may get tail. Or rolling a die. When you roll a die, I may get output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The die output may be 1 or this is a die. So on the die you may get 1 or the output may be 2. The output may be 3. Like that 6 possibilities. So more than one outcome is there. More than one outcome. And we cannot say what outcome you will get. Whether you will get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, we don't know. So that's why rolling a die, tossing a coin, all these things are called as random experiments. So what is a random experiment? An experiment is said to be a random experiment. It should have more than one outcome. It should contain more than one outcome. Second one, we cannot be able to predict the outcome in advance. After it happens, then we can say what is the outcome. Before it happens in advance, we cannot tell the outcome exactly. That is why that we call it as what? Random experiment. Then sample space. What is sample space? Very important and interesting. What is sample space? Set of all possible outcomes. So we say set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is sample space. So for example, when you toss a coin, we may get head or tail. Or rolling a die. When I roll a die or throwing a die, rolling a die. So when you roll one die, what is the possible outcome? Dice. See, 2 dice, if you roll, 2 outputs. 1 die if I roll, I may get 1 or I may get 2 or I may get 3 or I may get 4 or I may get 5 or tossing 2 coins. If you toss 2 coins, tossing 2 coins. So when you toss 2 coins, what are the possible outcomes? Both may give you head or head tail or tail head or tail tail. So 4 possible outcomes. So sample space means set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. Always we symbolize sample space as letter S. Then event. Any subset of sample space is called as event. Any subset of sample space is event. For example, let me take rolling a die. So rolling a die. So one die if I roll, what is the sample space? So you may get output as 1, or you may get outcome as 2, or you may get 3, or you may get 4, or you may get 5, or you may get 6. So these are the possible outcomes. 6 possible outcomes. In this event means what? Subset. So I'll say event A, E is getting even number. What is the event E? Getting an even number. Event E is getting an even number. Getting an even number means event E, so set containing even numbers. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6. I'll say event F. Event F is what? Getting odd number. Getting odd number. What are the odd numbers? Event F 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. So you can see E and F are subsets of S. E is clearly a subset of sample space. F is also a subset of sample space. So what is meant by event? Event is a subset of sample space. Now, complementary event. In event A, be event for the given random experiment, and not A is its complementary. Not A is complementary. A dash will say, not A or A dash. A dash is also called as what? Not A. It is what? Complementary. So means not A means sample space minus A. Then we have impossible event or null event. Very interesting definition. Which event is said to be impossible event or null event? For example, rolling a die. In the experiment, rolling a die and getting number greater than 6. Should get a number greater than 6. So now a defined event. Event E is what? Number greater than 6. When you roll a die, what is the sample space? Sample space for rolling a die is what? You may get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Do you agree? So greater than 6 means you cannot get greater than 6. Till 6 you can get. So greater than 6 means you will not have any elements. So the event is empty space. So this is impossible event. Impossible event means what? The event null set for a given sample space, and null set is also subset of sample space. Sure event means as the experiment occurs, that event has to occur. For example, same getting rolling a die and getting number less than 6, less than 7. When you roll a die, getting number less than 7. So yes, event E is what? You will get less than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Less than or equal to 7 or less than 7? Less than 6. Sorry, less than 7. So you will get all the outputs. So event E means less than 7 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, what is the conclusion? Event E is same as sample space. Event E getting number less than 7. Number less than 7 means 1 to 6. That itself is sample space. So therefore, you know what is impossible event, you know what is sure event. Now mutually exclusive event. So two events are said to be mutually exclusive if there is no common outcome, and mutually exclusive if occurrence of any one of them excludes the occurrence of other. Suppose rolling a die, if I get even number, I cannot get odd number. Getting even number, getting odd number are mutually exclusive. Or if I do intersection, we should not have common elements. Intersection should not give you common, they should be disjoint, mutually exclusive. Then equally likely. Two or more events are said to be equally likely if they have equal chances of occurrence. Means probability of both the events should be same. So equal chance of occurrence. Say if I toss a coin, getting head, getting tail, equal chance. Exhaustive event. A set of events are said to be exhaustive if one or the other events in the set occurs whenever the experiment is conducted. Means when you combine all the events, you should get sample space. When you do union, means that is exhaustive. Means all the events, any one, see if I define E1, E2, E3, 3 events, any one has to occur when the experiment occurs. And probability, here comes the reality. Probability means favorable by total. Probability means probability of an event is numerical measurement of chance of occurrence. So, according to me, probability is favorable by total. What is probability? Favorable by total. Favorable by total means see, probability of A is number of elements in set A divided by total number of elements. Total number of elements means number of elements in sample space. P of A, N of A by N of S. Probability of any event is favorable to the event, how many elements are there, divided by total. Now, coming to this mathematical definition, probability of A is number of favorable outcomes to the total number of outcomes. Probability of A, if you have favorable M outcomes and total N outcomes, M by N. So, this is N of A by N of S. N of A by what? N of S. Always probability should be less than or equal to 1 and greater than or equal to 0. And probability cannot be less than 0, means negative. Probability cannot be more than 0. So, P of A, what is probability of A? Number of elements in A divided by total number of elements. Simply speaking, I will take one simple example. So, let us take a simple example to discuss about probability. So, I will talk about tossing a coin and getting heads. So, what is the probability of? What is the probability of? We will take any example. I will take this probability of getting even number by rolling a die. Simple, but to make you understand, by rolling a die. So, for any experiment, first our task is to write the sample space. So, when you roll a die, what is the sample space? Sample space you may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you should define the event. From here the game starts. What is the event? Event is getting even number. Getting what? Even number. Getting even number. Getting even number means event A, you may get 2, 4, 6. So, now probability of getting even number means I will say P of E. P of E means number of favorable outcomes, number of elements in E divided by total. Total means number of elements in sample space. So, how many even numbers are there here? 1, 2, 3. Divided by how many total are there? 6. 3 by 6 means 1 by 2. So, probability is 1 by 2. Or I can also say 50%. 50% means what? 50 by 100. 51 are 52s are. So, percentage also you can tell probability. You can tell probability in fraction, probability in decimal also. Probability means what? Favorable by total. So, getting even number means how many even numbers are there? 1, 2, 3. Total how many numbers are there? 6. So, 3 favorable out of total 6. Favorable by total is also probability. So, it's a basic. Probability means chances. So, when I roll a die, 50% chance to get even number, another 50% odd numbers. When I toss a coin, 50% chance to get head, another 50% to get tail, like that. So, always it is not 50%. So, depending on how many favorable are there, how many total are there, we can decide probability. This is the basic. Then we have axiomatic approach, the formulae. The formulae of probability, P of A union B. P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Union means R. In set theory of first year you learned. P of A or B is P of A union B. P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. From the sum, remove intersection, you will get union. Similarly, P of A intersection B is P of A plus P of B minus P of union B. And P of 3 elements, P of A union B union C is P of A plus P of B plus P of C, and remove two combinations, P of A intersection B minus P of B intersection C minus P of C intersection C, C intersection A, and add all 3. So, these two formulae you have to learn and become thorough. We'll apply them depending on the problems. So, addition theorem. Then intersection. P of A intersection B, and we have multiplication theorem. So, this is conditional probability and multiplication theorem. All these things I'll be adding up along with the problems. So here P of A intersection B is P of A into P of B by A. P of B by A means probability of B given A occurred. And P of A intersection B is P of B. See, if I write outside B divided by B. How to read this? We read this as probability of A given that B occurred. And we have multiplication rule, we have conditional probability, we have addition theorem, all these things again I'll be adding up. So now you should know what is probability of A. What is probability of A? Number of elements in A divided by number of elements total. And probability is also what? Favorable by total. And then A or B or union. P of A union B is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Then we have conditional probability and all. We'll see that P of A intersection B. What is P of A intersection B? P of A plus P of B minus P of A union B. Dear students, today you sit and revise the basics. So I taught what is trial. Then I taught what is a random experiment. Then we know what is an event and different types of events. Please revise what I have done today. And in my next session, we'll start with the problems of 1 markers, 2 markers, 3 markers, and we'll go ahead. Thanks for attending the session. But your responsibility is to revise. Please sit and revise. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.